Alright, welcome back. It's another Risk replay game, casted by yours truly. This game was played on April 8th, 2022. Here we go. Alright, I am playing purple like I usually do, but not always. I think purple set up as my preference, so if nobody else has picked purple, it automatically makes it. Alright, I'm going to try to take Denmark on my first try, but it requires a little finesse. Fucking kill. Got it. Alright, so normally you just get a country that's worth 2 on your first round. I got one that was worth 3 on my first round. I'm a slight edge over some other people. Wow, it looks like Dark Gray was actually able to get maybe multiple places. Africa, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with later. Alright, so I'm spreading out into... Oh, looks like Gray wants to fight me for Germany. Should I just let him have it, or should I take it? Okay, looks like they're going to fight over it. Alright, early fight. Me and Gray over the fate of Germany. Looks like I am one income ahead of him, but we're pretty even. And he asked, can we stop? And I said, I want Germany. And he said, okay. Sometimes in this game I'm a little too nice. Other times in this game I'm a little too assertive, and both ways can sometimes backfire. But being assertive in this situation worked out. I saw that he was asking for, you know, the end of hostilities, so I took that as a position of me being in power, so I pushed my luck and I got Germany, but now we're peaced. I'm also worried about Dark Green right now, but now we're truced too. Who's the biggest on the map? Dark Green. He's got Africa, he's moved up to West Europe. I don't have to worry about him though. I am fighting Red now. Looks like I want Italy to myself. Poor Red is small, but I don't mean to be a bully per se, meaning that while I'm going to take Italy, I'm not going to kill Red. Plus, he's already getting teamed. Dark Blue and I were fighting him. Oh, but now it looks like Dark Blue and I are fighting each other. He just asked me for a poop. Truce, not a poop. I said, I want Austria. So this is the second time now I've demanded a country and taken it just because people would rather not fight me. Red decided to push back while I was distracted. I said, Red, I didn't chase you to Sicily, should I? Alright, and now I think I am chasing Red to Sicily. But I'm not going to hunt him. That would mean hunting him down and killing him off entirely. You know, I think that's kind of bullyish, rude. Plus, why would I need to hunt down Red? I think that just makes more, you know, hostility. Alright, Dark Green is going for the Middle East. I'm the biggest person on the map, technically, just by 1. Dark Green's about to surpass me, though. Or, unless he's truced with Light Green, I guess. Stopped here. Light Green, meanwhile, has to worry about Dark Blue invading him. Now, Dark Blue is the biggest. And Dark Green, then... Oh, it looks like I was attacking Gray, because Gray was getting big. I don't think we... Oh, I think I forgot that Gray and I had a truce. I think he had actually asked me for truce, but I don't know if I actually said yes. I can't look at the log in this game? That's the thing. So if you want to go back in the replay or the video, you can see if Gray and I had a truce. I think he just asked for us to stop fighting, and I said, give me Germany. And yes, we did stop fighting, but then we never technically truced. So he's bullying Teal now, and he calls me a bully for attacking. Again, I'm not trying to push too far, so while I did just take some stuff from Gray because he was getting big, I'm leaving... Well, I did attack one spot in Russia, but I think he should get it back. I left the Nordic countries alone. Could also invade from Denmark, but I won't. This looks like it's a pretty short game overall. Only 46 minutes, but it's going to go a little faster here. Like, Dark Blue has now swept over the Middle East, taking it from Light Green, who is now just reduced to a few spots. Poor Red is being hunted down. I don't like to see that. But it is a war game after all. Looks like Teal is trying to take control of the Atlantic here, which means killing Green. Alright, looks like the borders of this game are slowly starting to settle into their natural spaces. If I remember this game correctly, because sometimes even years later I remember certain games where like I go back and I watch the... If I remember this correctly, you might be surprised by what happens here in Crimea. Crimea is one of those spots on the map that I like to call a fortress, like Crimea and Sicily and Denmark, where they're really nice defensible position, but they're not perfect. So it could be really fun to defend positions like that, but it could also be really fun to break positions. Dark Blue probably wants to break there. Alright, there's just a lot of sitting now. The only real hostilities seem to be between light green and dark blue here. Anyway, this game is called, you know, gaining, consolidating, and maintaining power. So right now I've gained power. I'm second biggest. Now I just need to consolidate, like organize that, and then maintain it. But although I'm a pretty big power right now with no real wars going on, I'm still in the middle of the map, which is a bad spot to be. You don't want to get in the middle. You don't want to be surrounded. Now poor light green is being pushed back to Crimea. Okay, Gray asked me for a 2-turn warning. I granted it to him. That's generally the standard. Usually in Risk, when people truce each other, they expect you to give them 2 turns warning. But if someone's about to win the game, you know, in 1 turn, then it doesn't make much sense to give them warning. For me, if someone gets up to like 100 income, I don't care if I'm truced with them or not. I'll call it off because I'm not just going to let them win the game over. You know, it's a balancing act between being honorable but also being practical. So now Dark Blue is trying to invade Crimea. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, that drop just went really poorly. Using transports to drop off ground troops on these little sandbars can be really tricky because if the transports don't have space for the troops to unload, it kind of derps out and it's a big mess. Alright, so Dark Blue just lost a lot. Even though he's like double the income, oh wait, almost like triple the income of, or 10 times the income of poor light green. I can't do math. I was never great at math. Now light green has taken the Russia port. So just by taking this 1 port, it deprives Gray of this 9 income. Even though he's not at war with Gray. Dark Blue says, "Told you I'm bad. I'm losing to a 6 income." Yet you were good enough to get this big empire, but you're bad enough that you can't take Crimea. Blue only has 64 income in the bank because he just threw a lot away at that last attack. Light green only has 50 in the bank. What if I go to like okay. Light green's KD is actually really good. 766 to 364. He's killed way more than he's lost. Meanwhile, Dark Blue, oof, terrible KD. Killed 299 but lost 655 units. I'm saying part of me wants to advise Dark Blue, but I like seeing Light Green hold out. Dark Green agrees with me. Yeah, I like rooting for the underdog in this game. I like being the underdog sometimes too. Dark Blue is the biggest at 71, but also he is wearing himself thin, throwing himself into these battles with light green, not doing so. So generally this kind of navy should be used for navy versus navy attacks. He's using it for navy versus ground, which is not faring so well. He's using so much.
Go, go, go! Who wants some?
So now I'm threatening Dark Blue because I feel bad for Light Green. But really, Light Green is doing a hell of a job on his own. And then Dark Blue says, well, that's GG then. I have no army, bro. Yeah, he has... Dark Blue has, like, nothing after just, like, spending everything to fight Light Green.
Gangway, coming through.
So, I'm not sure if either of them have attempted diplomacy. Dark Blue could ask Light Green for peace, or Light Green could ask Dark Blue for peace. There could even be a land thing, like, oh, you get, you know, Caucasus back if you have peace. But instead, Light Green is mad for having lost all of the Middle East land. Dark Blue is mad because he doesn't want to be embarrassed by losing to someone smaller than him. So they're at this kind of stalemate here. Meanwhile, I'm sweeping in from the west. I feel like I'm coming to Light Green's aid, but when I was playing this game, I guess I underestimated how good Light Green was doing. So I didn't want to kill Dark Blue here. I was just trying to save Light Green. But now, because Dark Blue bankrupted himself fighting Light Green, he thought I was coming to kill him, or he thought the game was over. Oh wow, meanwhile in the north, Teal has launched this big invasion of the north, and Gray is responding. Because Dark Blue just left, that means the entire Middle East is open. I'm giving Light Green Ukraine, but he doesn't want it. Okay. Let's go to, let's go to Grayovision up here in the north. Gray is trying to defend his Scandinavia from Teal. I think, wasn't Teal the one he originally took it from in the first place? So here Teal is trying to take his land back. Unfortunately, Teal's attack does not seem to be going so well. I don't think Gray ever realized that he's missing this little bit of Russia. Like, Gray's income could be higher. It could be 9 income higher. Run, Teal, get those transports out of here. Ooh. What's your Navy doing over here? Oh. No, I'm at 88. I see Dark Green going in the Middle East, and I think I want some Middle East too. I also know that Dark Green's going to be an enemy of mine sooner or later, so I start massing up units here in France. Even though me and Dark Green are peaced, it can't last forever. Sometimes I use the word peace and truce interchangeably in this game. Basically means the same thing. Although in reality, a peace should be a lasting thing, and a truce should be seen as temporary. I also apologize if sometimes I talk too fast, or I mutter, or slur my speech. It's something I'm trying to work on. I want to get better at public speaking and speaking for casting like this, trying to enunciate. Maybe I should do a vocal exercise before each casting. Alright. I am now huge. I'm at 99. So around this time, people should start uniting to fight me. In fact, Dark Green knows it. I'm trapping him in the south. Dark Green can't go north without running into me, basically. Teal and Gray are kind of fighting each other right now, so they might be too distracted to fight me. I have over 100 income. If you add up everyone else's income, they would stand a good chance at fighting me. But again, Teal and Gray are in the midst of a war. They're too distracted to fight me. Oh, Teal, what was that? Dark Green knows that he can't beat me by himself. He needs their help, at least one of them. Teal just wants him to say, just say sorry, G. And Gray said, sorry, G. Okay, we good. I love diplomacy in this game. Sometimes for people it's like pulling teeth and they refuse to make peace or make amends or, you know, make up. But other times it's just like, alright, sorry, G. And that's all it took. Now they're done fighting and Gray is leaving the Atlantic. Uh-oh. Crap. Yep. Now I gotta try to fight Gray and Dark Green at the same time. This is not good. I have all my forces arrayed against Dark Green right now. I do not have anything really ready to fight Gray. We have this Polish force. Look at all those tanks Gray has. Check it out. Gray has a total of 23 tanks on the entire map, but a lot of them are all like right here. My 22 maps, or 22 siege tanks are spread out. Dark Green has 39, so Dark Green actually has the most tanks on the map. Oh yeah, look at all these tanks. Holy crap. But, you know, tanks are worthless if you don't have a lot of Marines or, like, fodder to protect them. Alright, now I realize it's gonna be rough, because everybody wants to fight me. Let's go to my vision. Tori vision, or Sumo vision. Light Moose vision. Alright, so I'm in the middle of the map, and that's a dangerous spot. I wish I had picked a corner by now. I don't have any corners. I should go to Africa or the Middle East or Russia or Atlantic, but instead I have this giant unwieldy empire in the middle of the map where anybody can attack me. Alright, because they called off Bruce, now I'm within my rights to attack. So first I'm going to hit Gray in Russia. Back, let's go to Gray Vision.
Kaboom, baby! Let's have a
So, okay, Dark Green's also hitting me, so 5 is okay, and 4 is Dark Green. Right, so I'll go back and forth to 4 and 5. Here's Dark Green hitting me. He's trying to fuck around in Italy. He's not doing a great job. I think he's just trying to distract me. That's fine. You know, any little distractions are good. Alright. I'm taking out this Italy force, but he's also attacking me in France now. His Spanish onslaught. He has so many tanks. This is dangerous. Meanwhile, I got myself cornered up here in the nets for some reason, so Gray's coming to finish off that army. Dark Green had way more forces here than I did, so he's just cutting through my France army like butter. I'm appreciating Teal for not triple teaming me. I don't think that would be necessary at all. They definitely are giving me a run for my money. Just the two of them. Alright, Russia looks interesting because Gray and I both have multiple armies moving around Russia. So we're trying to trap each other, we're trying to flank each other. Dark Green here is trying to attack me in Italy, but I'm also trying to move an army around up in Netherlands to flank him. Gray is chasing my little army up here, but I'm also trying to box him in myself. Look at all those tanks, that is crazy. He sees he's getting flanked here in France. He does have a pretty good flank.
The doctor is in. The doctor is in. The doctor is in.
We could use some help here.
Alright, I'm pushing Dark Green out of France, which would mean I might be flanking his Italy position. No, he's trying to retreat now, wisely. Or he's going to try to defend. Interesting. He's got a lot of tanks, but they don't have much cover. I think, and every tank that I kill is a bounty. I'm making a lot of money by killing these tanks right now, actually. Oh, man. Oh, Dark Green's kind of throwing away these tanks. I don't think he realizes how bad that is. Gray is trying to maneuver around me in Russia because I'm a little distracted in the west right now. Oh, boy. Run, army. Go to Ukraine. Fleeing to Ukraine right now. Alright, so it looks like Dark Green won in France there, but I think I'm winning in Italy. Or slowly. It's hard to tell. Looking at the KD, I do not have a very good KD, but again, I'm surrounded on all sides. I'm fighting 2 people at a time. That's to be expected. Dark Green's KD is doing pretty well, 20 to 13, and Gray's KD is really great, 10 to 30.
This better be good.
Meanwhile, Teal is watching from the sidelines, waiting to see how things transpire. Okay, Dark Green is now making inroads into Western Europe. Gray has kicked me out of Russia, and I said, okay, GG, GF. So I'm saying, okay, good game, good fights. And then Gray says, don't leave. Yeah, there are 4 of us left. It's not over yet. Now Dark Green is the biggest. And I said, stop teaming me then, please. So now I'm retreating my forces away, because I know I can't keep fighting. I've already lost so much. Alright. At some point, I'm not sure if Teal did attack or if he wanted to attack. What I really should do is let Dark Green and Gray form a border with each other here so I don't have to worry about being smushed between them. Alright, so I've retreated out of the Middle East now, and I'm putting all my army into Europe. I want to kick Dark Green out of my Western Europe. I want them to border each other so that they have an excuse to fight each other now. Gotta get your enemies to fight each other. Otherwise, they'll always be fighting you. I think I said that I'll take Germany back and he gets Turkey, so this is an agreed land swap right now. Look at army sizes. Alright, so Gray has the biggest army apparently, worth 1,500 money. Then Dark Gray and I are really well tied at 1300-ish. Bad. Okay. What are you up to, Teal? He wants to come fight Dark Green? Okay. Okay, I think Teal is cool with me, and he made peace with Gray, meaning that the only person Teal really can attack is Dark Green. Dark Green is the biggest now, so that makes sense. Slightly bigger than me. But I just got my butt kicked, so I'm not in a great position to fight. Alright, what is Teal doing? I think Teal is pretty weak from fighting Gray, so I don't think he can really do much against Dark Green here. So it is making Dark Green respond by coming down to attack Spain, which means he leaves France out. Did we truce Dark Green? I don't know if we truced. We didn't re-truce. Yeah, I think we just, like, made an arrangement. Like, straight win. Doesn't mean we truce, though. So I try really hard in this game to honor truces and peaces and honor my word. You know, every now and then I make a mistake, but sometimes people make their own mistakes. So in this instance, I think we stopped fighting that war, and we traded land, but we never said truce. And so now Dark Green is calling me like a truce breaker, and like, oh, I'll remember, but you remembering correctly or incorrectly? Teal is taking over Spain here, and Dark Green has retreated to Morocco, this nice defensible choke. Oh, he's got a big navy here. Yeah, Teal says, check log if you're both so concerned. In the game, you can hit log and see the chat, but I can't pull it up now, unfortunately. Well, right now, Teal and Dark Green are both fighting, so they're probably both a little too busy. Now I'm back up to 90, but I am still very sore from my battle. I'm like licking my wounds right now. Teal, what are you doing in Portugal? Get out of there. Oh, dude. Do you have transports, Teal? What's the plan here? What's the play? Teal, why are you throwing away all of this stuff? Oh, it's bad. Being surrounded by Dark Green's army in Portugal and Dark Green's navy. And there goes Teal, because he kind of suicided himself in Dark Green. That means now that the UK is up for grabs, and Svalbard and Greenland. I think I see that. Yep, I'm ready to go take as much as I can. Dark Green's coming to hit me. That's within his rights. And like I said earlier, I'd be totally fine with them having a border, a front for them to fight each other on. Like, Gray could totally just come down and invade the East of Russia. In fact, I would love that. Alright, deja vu. Dark Green coming back into France. I said, okay, Dark Green, I didn't team you with Teal. Yeah, when Teal was hitting Dark Green, I could have also hit Dark Green, like... I could have taken... Oh, taken Spain. Yeah, I could have taken Spain, I guess. Yeah, I was taking my land back in France. Yeah, in my opinion, invading Green would be like coming up in Africa. Now Dark Green is done with dealing with me, so he just wants Gray to win. I think sometimes I frustrate my enemies, or they don't like dealing with my logic and playstyle, so they just give up, or want to just throw the game. Very good, though. Alright, are you going to give up Spain? There's still a couple minutes left in this game. What could happen? Are Green gonna quit, or Gray gonna quit? Somebody gonna fight somebody? I have now taken possession of UK, but I lost some here in the Middle East, so that was a little trade. He can't make up his mind. He leaves Spain, then he comes back into Spain. I am having to transfer an army, though, because I'm worried about Gray. Ooh, Dark Green is making all these battle cruisers to mess with Crimea. Time for me to make Goliaths. They're good land versus navy. Raven here feels like he hasn't done much. Nobody has Svalbard yet. Nobody has Greenland. Not sure if I even notice. Oh, and then Gray leaves. So some games just come down to weirdness like this. Like, it was a 3-player game, Gray, Purple, Dark Green, but Gray just left, and then Dark Green just left. So I can't really say I earned this win so much, but hey, I won. I stayed in the latest. I fought the longest. So that's basically it. Now it's only 1 player, me, but I still, in order to win, I still need to take enough land to qualify, I think. Yep.
Smells like victory.
That's what they always say at the end of the game. Like, oh, happy comes out like that. That's funny. All right, good game.